sure can, boss. Mr. Hostman himself. Entire panel saying, I think for the first time.
I didn't actually listen to them. What did they say?
Well, okay. They said that Lifecoach was out. They said 100% he's out of here. The entire panel agrees. What do you think about that, Sunsfan? Come on now. Lifecoach?
I mean, they're betting on a Bloodseeker deck, right?
That is harsh. That is rough. However, they are betting against an Omni Knight deck with no creeps being spawned in. An Omni Knight deck that keeps red heroes alive.
It is a weird choice to put Omni Knight. He has a good body, as you might say, a 5/12.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty nice for green especially, but you're right. The regen, it's a good card, but typically you want to play with some creeps. I mean,
what's the point?
Lycan is used a little bit more often as that third green, so it is a bit awkward, I think. I kind of agree with the panel.
You think so?
I hate to actually agree with them and go against Lifecoach. Then again, I've been wrong literally every single series today.
That's good news for Lifecoach.
No, actually, that's true. I picked Real Man for the last one.
That's right.
How do you know that's right? I never told anybody.
That's right. I know you.
I never.
I know you, sweet boy.
I believe in. I think Real Man has actually played better than anybody this entire tournament.
Indeed. Well, you know what, Lifecoach? I'm going to stick my neck out and say I think you have a chance. I will say that he does have, of course, green is very strong.
Okay. He's level 14 versus level 8. Obviously, the melee creep will lose to the GOAT.
What are you talking about? You can't just. That just means you spent more time playing.
Yes, I flip-flop.
Holy moly! The Oath on round 1. This is one of my favorite what do I do situations.
No, the answer is always no.
You can't. I've seen people Oath on round 1.
And they lose.
I've seen
horribly.
it, and they've won.
What level are you playing?
I'm just saying, sometimes the round 1 Oath, depending on where the creeps go.
What about a round 1 Mist?
That is...
With Stars Align in hand?
You always do that.
All right, let's see if Lifecoach can high roll a little bit more this time around. Does he have to worry? I mean, there's definitely going to be gank in this deck. 3 of, but none in hand so far for DrHippi. That is the downfall of Lifecoach in the last series was gank.
Now, Sunsfan,
over and over and over.
If you do bring up the cards, you do have to leave them up for a little bit. Let the audience take... No, don't wiggle it around like that. Let the audience take some time to breathe it in.
You're blocking Treant Protector.
Everyone knows where he's going. He's going in there.
You don't know that for sure.
And I would like to personally thank Lifecoach for joining us through his prison cell. So he has been in jail for quite some time, and I'm very happy that they have let him play a little bit of Artifact. So...
That's definitely not Germany.
That is definitely, that man is
I hear he has quite a nice house, too.
Well, not anymore. Not after the IRS got him, as you can see.
Oh,
he's
boy.
He's locked in a tiny cell.
A Treant spawns right in front of PA, which is truly unfortunate. There's nothing that Lifecoach can do about it, but we'll go for the Unearthed Secret, so we'll see if it ends up drawing him anything nice.
Now, let's talk about Slay. This is a card that we only saw once.
Yes.
In the today.
2 of here.
We have 2 Slays in this one.
Yeah.
Now, Slay is a very, very nice card to be playing against Quorum. Oh my God, does that feel good?
It does.
However, we've never seen it.
Ever. Not in the history of Artifact.
Not in the history of this tournament, at least.
That's not true. We saw one in the first one that you didn't watch.
Got Slay on the Quorum?
Not like I'm talking about the first strength tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't there.
Exactly.
You think I'm just omnipotent as soon as Artifact is played?
That is not the word.
That is absolutely the word.
Omniscient.
Yeah, there it is.
Omniscience.
What a fool I was.
Omniscience. Omnipotent. There we go. Omnipotent.
Very nice.
Thank you. So we're going to see the double Unearthed Secrets again for Lifecoach. Last time we saw this was turn 1, and it ended up not working out for him, despite getting the nuts. But turn 2, we'll see.
What is the nuts?
The nuts is something that you just can't counter. You just win. But somehow he lost with the nuts.
Those are some sad nuts.
Yeah, I agree. So we're getting to the point where, 5 mana, so not able to actually put down the Emissary unless another Stars Align is picked up. Technically speaking, actually both green heroes are dead. You can't do Jack. So you have to wait for the mana 6 to be able to Emissary.
That's right. However... with that Emissary comes a calling. Things could be pretty good. We're lining up to a nice amount of creeps in that first lane, and they're already getting beefed up with a little bit of that Mist of Avernus. And
will Sorla hit the tower?
Sorla
on the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, does Sorla ever hit a tower?
3, 2,
the answer
1.
is no.
Oh,
Sorla never hits the tower.
God, Sorla, why?
Don't trick yourself, all right?
Why?
Listen, when you grow up and you have kids, you'll have a lot of plans for your children. You'll say, this is what you're going to do. This is your life. And then they rebel against you. Sorla Khan is like a 15-year-old girl. She doesn't want to go to fucking piano. All right? She doesn't want to hit the tower. That's her purpose in life. She hates it.
She does hate it.
She does hate it.
I mean, that's becoming very evident after these last few games for sure.
Oh, my God.
Tinker will be saved thanks to the Revtail Signet Ring.
You really want to use that Slay right here and get that sexy 7 damage on that tower. But you
Seriously?
don't do it. You don't do it.
There's no... If this was Sorla, then maybe I can understand
You
that argument.
hold
This is
strong.
Tinker doesn't care about the
Hold
power.
strong. That's 7 damage. Unbelievable
He's
damage.
definitely hovering over this right now.
He's just
asking himself.
God, I want to play this Slay, but I can't. I know I can't. So you Vandal here, right?
I mean, you don't have to do anything technically, but yeah, Vandal sounds pretty decent. The question is, what do you want to do in this lane, right? Because you only have black cards to play.
Well.
So he's going to pass. That means Oglodi's going to come in the last lane. I believe a Town Portal to follow on Sora so she doesn't die.
That is correct.
But remains to be seen exactly. Of course, you could pump this up a bit for 1 extra damage, but it's still trading over 2, so not a huge, not a huge deal.
Let's get over this since this is going to be a little boring. We all know that Town Portal Scroll is going to come out here after the Oglodi Pandal is put out. We all know that.
We all know it.
SUNSfan, I want to talk to you about being a coward.
He could just trade here.
No.
He could trade.
A foolish maneuver. I want to talk to you about being a coward. Okay. I don't respect you if you have Sorla Khan in your deck and she doesn't come out in the first phase. If you
that's a strong statement.
I don't respect you. If she doesn't have the chance to hit a tower and do almost half of the damage, I don't believe the hero is good. I just don't. I don't respect this.
You don't believe that it's good.
I don't believe that the hero is good without hitting the tower in round 1.
I would tell you that you would be wrong, but that would make no difference to you.
It would not.
You would not. Yeah, you would not listen to me regardless. I think Oglodi will come down though. And I think a TP.
All right, here comes the TP. Now let's really talk about. Oh my God!
Oh, Sorla!
Oh my God! He does not TP.
Gracious.
DrHippi, you'd think he would value life with his name being Hippie. He doesn't care. Throw him in the grinder.
He's not even on webcam anymore. Neither of them are.
They both shut it off. Lifecoach heard my comments and he's like, F this stupid kid. He shut off the webcam. Very depressing.
By the way, this is kind of a retro stream. We've seen the new Virtus Pro logo and we've seen the one that lasted for literally 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
The purple.
The International was a great time for Virtus Pro. They went purple and then they stopped.
They lost horribly, too.
Yeah, well, that's because they went purple.
Yeah.
It's a terrible color.
That is not true.
All right, what's purple that's nice?
Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix Suns?
Yes.
Yeah, they win so often.
Artifaction. That's our color.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. We goofed.
Same with Artifact. It's just purple is a very prominent color.
Thanks a lot.
So we're going to be spawning a couple heroes in the first lane. So let's look at the state of things now. We got 6 mana. We talked about the Stars Align. Into now a Time of Triumph is a choice as well. But if you Stars Align, I believe a coup will probably come out, and it will probably be on the LC. We've talked about this dilemma before.
No, you get rid of the green. You just get rid of that green.
I mean, in theory, you're killing the green already. Right?
Yeah. In theory. But in practice, you don't want whatever the hell that chick is. Actually, with that Slay in hand, you do go for red. You're right. You let that Quorum come out just for 1 round, and then you slap that shit down.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
This time, yeah, I'm all for red.
Now, if you're afraid of Slay, okay, he's going to go for it now. I was going to say you could Stars Align into the second lane and just do essentially the same thing and only have to worry about red.
Yeah, a bit of a overestimation of his power in this one. He knows he's going to lose 1 hero. The question is which one won. The Emissary or the Time of Triumph is coming out, but you know you have Slay. So take out the red hero and just throw the knife at that chick.
And if you're Lifecoach, you know he has Slay, obviously.
Do you?
You want... Yes, you can see their list.
You can see the list, but do you know it's in his hand?
No, you don't know it's in hand, but you're going to play around. There's no reason not to do Time of Triumph here. So, yeah, I think Coup de Grace just makes too much sense.
It makes a lot of sense, but we'll see if it makes that much sense to DrHippi, as we found. You're trying to cast it himself. SunsFan is literally tempting to cast it for him.
Oh, God!
Oh, SunsFan, you idiot! You idiot!
I crashed the game.
I'm sorry. You crashed the game, you moron! Why are you touching the thing?
Why would that crash the game?
Why would you even F with it?
Oh, what happened? No coup came.
He didn't even kill you. Freaking stole his game out and he's going to kill you, moron. The guy probably disconnected. Oh, we need the production to come in here and try to... You're literally interacting with the tournament, you moron. They might have to remake. I think the guy's disconnected. He literally shut his freaking game off, you dumbass. He literally disconnected. You ruined the tournament. Go God, you're so stupid! This was my one chance! And you ruined it!
No, there's the coup.
There it is! Why did he hold on to the coup de grace?
I'm not sure. I mean, you can use laser now onto the LC, so no damage is actually be done to the tower.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa!
That is very unexpected.
DrHippi is on some drugs today. What the hell's going on over there?
I don't know what to think about that one. But
he doesn't coup.
Yeah.
The red hero preventing the Time of Triumph. Then he coups the green hero after the Time of Triumph when they couldn't play anything. And then he lasers a creep instead of protecting his tower. This guy's on a different level than I am.
Yeah. We are back in game. If you guys want to switch to our camera,
Yep.
I promise not to cast any abilities. The coup de grace was too much for
A really great
the game
job, SunsFan. We lost everything. Camera feed coming back
I
now.
promise. I won't touch it. I
God, you
swear.
moron.
At least we get the webcams back, right? Great.
Hey, we actually are getting the webcams back.
Oh, perfect.
Almost,
perfect. Excellent.
almost. They're coming.
All right, well, Omni-Knight feels like he doesn't live very often. He's lived like for 3 rounds this entire game.
Omni-Knight is a decent card. He needs All-Seeing One's favor, though, and that's kind of his big deal. But
He's got the all-seeing ones.
he does, but what use does it have? I've said this before. I'm sorry I keep harping on it, but it's worthless in this deck. Omni-Knight is just not good. Red heroes don't die. Why keep them alive? It's just it hurts them. Get any other kind of, I mean, why not, you know, anything?
All right, great point. Spring the Trap should be played here in all likelihood to block some damage.
No, sorry, buddy.
Stonehall Elite can be countered to do extra 4 damage, but depending on what to get... No, actually, Spring the Trap is going to go to the first lane. All right.
I like it. Block up and
right.
get some kills, actually.
So that means this tower is just dead. So DrHippi will get his first tower of the game.
Hello.
And Lifecoach, I mean, he's not really technically threatening any tower as of yet. I mean, he does have 2 heroes in the mid lane, but still a very healthy tower with 40 HP.
Sorry. What else do you want me to add? He took the tower. Great analysis, SunsFan. Let me add on to that.
Coup de grace is available now with initiative for DrHippi, and with no other heroes coming into play, phase boots could be pretty big depending on if there's creeps spawning in this first lane.
Yep.
So coup onto LC, even if this could be over potentially. Okay, the creeps do not spawn.
Over,
though.
he says.
Creeps do not spawn.
That's unfortunately. Hey, does Sorlacan hit towers, SunsFan?
If she's in front of oh.
No, she doesn't.
God.
Sorlacan does not hit towers. Write it down, kids. How many times?
Everything was going to be blocked anyway. But yeah, if it was in front of LC, you could potentially just hit that tower.
Hey, did I miss that Slay play? What happened to Slay?
I think the game crashed and we couldn't see what Slay was used on. That's true. It's not in his hand
Oh
anymore.
my God! What did he use that Slay on?
All right, so the coup will come out regardless. Pretty much had to happen anyway. Does have a healing salve and a phase boots to keep these heroes alive, but the problem is he's not really, other than Sorla, not opening up any avenue to hit the tower next turn. Which is unfortunate. I mean, you do have the phase boots like we talked about. Untested Grunt next turn can help widen the lane. You have a red hero coming in as well. I think only one of these heroes is, Time of Triumph. That is the Treant Protector. Axe is still the Naked Boy. Of course, that's kind of how that's in the lore, I believe, that he prefers that style of...
Being naked?
Yeah.
Axe?
He's a nudist.
Sure. The original cleave.
I mean, Emissary pretty much has to come down here, I do believe. Unless you want to go for another Spring the Trap to defend.
Yeah.
It depends on how confident you are in that first lane. Even this last lane potentially could, if you put a black hero here somehow for DrHippi, you could go for 80, but not likely.
I'm currently watching the replay, trying to see what they use that Slay on.
Yeah, you
Still
watch real
waiting.
intently. I'll just solo cast this. That's
I mean, what do you want
fine.
from me? Nothing's happening. The
You think he's
tower's
going to click this button?
I think he probably will put down the Stonehall Elite.
Why?
Just really get that damage in, SunsFan. Of course he's going to hit the button, you moron!
Oh, he's going to TP first, actually. So you're incorrect.
Damn you, SunsFan.
And the double
at all
draw
these
for life.
card
This is
draws.
yeah. He has a lot of cards and just hasn't had the opportunity to really play them.
Well, you know, your deck's
By the way,
real
he
good.
did not. He did not play the emissary here.
Yeah, what did that Slay get used on?
He did not play the emissary here.
He did not play the Slay get used on. What did that Slay get used on?
He did not play the emissary here.
What did that Slay get used on?
We'll find out.
Damn,
sure.
We actually can't. The feed actually cuts off on the sleigh, so we never know.
We'll find out very shortly indeed.
Damn you.
Everything's going to be fine, Slacks.
Thank you,
We've only
SunsFan.
crashed the game one time. And the fact that he didn't play Emissary is kind of a big deal because now DrHippi doesn't have to go all into the first lane. He can just start contesting the second lane as well. But with these Emissaries, that could get out of control pretty fast. No other Time of Triumphs in hand yet for Lifecoach, though. But with double Blink Dagger can obviously, the deploy's maybe not as important for him.
All right, here.
Of course, no clue in hand.
Woo! Put some more heroes in that first lane, please. I don't think we have enough in there. That is...
if you had a Blink Dagger, I would 100% move a black hero to the third lane.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got the Oath and Disciple. That's basically taking anything.
These 4 heroes are getting absolutely destroyed.
Well, why are all these heroes here? Is there some kind of party I didn't hear about? What's going on?
Yeah, this is a potential overextension from DrHippi. His entire lineup is in the first lane.
What the hell?
I was talking about the possibility of going here because... it's still 33 health tower, only 4 units on board.
I mean, yeah, I know you want that 20, but when you have an Oath and Disciple in your hand, I mean, who cares? Just go and take whatever you want.
I didn't realize he used Phase Boots last turn as well, so that's not even a possibility to go wide and then just hit the tower.
Yikes.
But you do have Phase Boots for Sorla, so this is 100% the play, right? You play the Bronze Legionnaire, you play Untested Grunt, you can play one more unit after the fact. You probably want to play the Legion Standard Bearer, perhaps even Disciple.
Play 2 of those, then you Phase Boots, then you drop down a Disciple, yes.
Yeah, potentially Disciple, but it is a bit risky. You have 5 mana left for Lifecoach. Roseleaf Druids are big blockers, and that should be enough to defend this tower.
Only 1 Roseleaf Druid.
That's true. Only 1.
He can only use 1 before
so I guess
the
the play, for DrHippi is definitely to just go super wide.
Yep. Now we know why all those heroes there. Sometimes you have heroes to do shit. Other times they're just there to hold a spot.
I don't think Disciple's the play, though.
No?
I think Untested Grunt and Legion Standard Bearer. Legion Standard Bearer allows you to do 4 extra damage to the tower.
That is correct.
Disciple only gives you 2, right?
Wow.
Although the Disciple does hit the tower. But it gives everything -2 armor, so I'm not sure.
But it also pretty much clears the board, too. It makes sure that everything else dies.
All right, we'll see if this is the case or not. I mean, the fact that he played the Untested Gun first perhaps means that he will not be playing Standard Bearer.
Why not?
Because Standard Bearer, you want it to be here, right? You want it to be where that Grunt is, and you want to swap Sorla to the very far right.
Okay, you're right.
But either way, the block on the Sorla Con will likely come shortly after these plays are made. And the problem with DrHippi is he is losing a lot of heroes. Sorla will live, though, because of the Phase Boots giving the HP. You could just Oath as well. We didn't think about that.
Do it. You don't want to Oath because then you just shut off the lane completely and you can't come back here, I don't think. Oh!
All right, here comes the duel. So that is only 3 mana left. That means he cannot chump block anymore.
That was kind of a really bad play because now he doesn't...
14 damage can be done to the tower now.
Yeah, of course he didn't know that he had the Phase Boots. He didn't know what the plan was. So in his mind, just getting rid of that boy and blocking that damage was great. But man, is that going to cost him there.
Oh, he had Bronze Legion. He has so many cards.
He really does.
So many freaking cards. I mean, even if this was hitting the tower, I don't know if DrHippi has enough. He's losing so many units.
I do have to apologize on that one. That was a fantastic play, actually. We did not see that very low-cost Legionnaire. So there you go. The quorum is called.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not worrying about initiative anymore. Of course, if this was played like 2 rounds ago, which was possible, he'll be pushing for 80 potentially now. But playing the safer play. And that's the thing about Lifecoach. He plays quite safe.
Yep.
Which can hurt him in certain scenarios, but right now it's definitely helping.
Although, as ashamed as I am for not being able to see that card, Lifecoach got a lot of goddamn cards, people.
Yeah.
How do you keep up with that?
Well, you got to scroll like this.
You want to know why Omni Knight's bad? Not a single one of his All Seeing's favors ever been used in any of the Lifecoach's game.
That's not true. One did.
I know.
And it actually saved him for 1 round, and then he lost.
Yes.
So
very interesting. 30 damage here. Probably not able to do anything else. So he's going to blink out. Going to sacrifice that very close damage.
Well, I mean, either way, it's a 2-round lethal in that tower, right? I mean, imagine this lane. If you put 1 black hero, you Oath, Disciple, I think you just win.
I believe so.
It's close, but I think you win.
Well, there is a chance that we might be seeing that. Both towers have the chance to be going down for Lifecoach here, but if our boy can defend with just Bristleback,
Well, you have Sorla as well.
You do have the Legion Standard Bearer.
Yeah, there's no way. I think this game just ends
There's
now.
a way. You block.
If he had Blink Dagger last turn,
Oh, yeah, game
and after
over.
at the very end of that turn,
Look at those arrows, SunsFan. That ain't too shabby.
okay,
That ain't too bad at all.
you have 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units.
Now, we do have, of course, the Quorum's going to be coming out here.
Yeah.
But you
So
do. You
14
got,
damage over lethal.
there's
right
a
now.
lot of blocks. It's Tyler Estate Sensor, Disciple and Evermore, Legion Standard Bearer. You got some options here.
Well, you can only play 2. You gotta choose wisely. So the block onto LC is to come. They do not have any. They have Berserker's Call actually, so that just wins the game.
Yeah. But what if?
What if?
Now, don't get me wrong here.
What if?
And there it is. All right, we do have the Legion Standard Bearer, but that is not going to be blocking enough. Might as well put it down, though, to just pretend like it is. Just don't do the math. Close your eyes and hope that the game glitches.
I can glitch it for you if you'd like.
We've practiced that
So
before.
Lifecoach takes game 1, and I mean that was pretty convincing. He didn't really get the crazy high roll, like Emissary out right away. Time of Triumph was on 2 units, which that was kind of a weird play by DrHippi. I feel like.
Yeah, that was
when we
interesting.
crashed the game. Maybe that had something to do with it. I'm
Maybe
not sure.
we crashed his brain. But
possible.
either way, Lifecoach, I'm the only guy who believed in you. And it looks like you're coming down through. We're finally seeing this work a little bit. However, Lifecoach not able to play that deck again,
Yeah, you can
SunsFan.
barely see my bow tie.
Yeah, that is. Can we get a nice
Can we get a brighter bow
look
tie?
at that? You know, if it was, you have it on backwards.
I did not put this on.
I'm not saying
put
that
on
you
for
did.
me.
I'm saying that it is still backwards.
It's backwards.
It's a fact.
Okay. Well, Bronze Legionnaire can be played, and if it curves, you could get the kill on the opposing Legion Commander, Lifecoach. Will you take the odds? I can't unzoom quite yet to look at the state of the board in the other lanes to see if Bristleback might want some company from the Bronze Legion.
Oh my goodness gracious! Please do it, Lifecoach.
Should I play this?
Like, don't play it, SunsFan.
Lifecoach?
They can't even
I
see
will
the
do
screen.
it. I
They
swear.
can't even see the screen.
The arrow?
Ah. 4 tower, 4 damage though. Nothing to scoff at. That's nice.
Yeah, it's fine. He didn't really have a great opportunity to play it here either, so not much to play at all for DrHippi unless he wanted to go for a first turn oath.
That's rough.
Yeah, this is a good start for DrHippi.
DrHippi, yeah, getting a little bit of help after that, you know, tough game that he had last time. All cameras off this time. They don't want anybody seeing anything. Feels bad. I like the cameras.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to see them as well.
Yeah, it is sad, but hey, does Sorlikon hit towers, SunsFan?
No.
No, she doesn't.
She's killing Ogre. I
That
think
is
you'll
good.
take that.
So
You'll definitely take that.
Yep, Sorla blocked yet again. We're going to be seeing Legion Commander most likely go out here.
By the way, we didn't really mention DrHippi is playing the same deck.
Yep.
And our friend Lifecoach is playing a red-blue control, which, by the way, is shocking to me because the last time I talked with him, he kept going on and on and on to the point of annoyance, actually.
Annoyance.
That he hated blue beyond a passion. I can't even tell you how much he hated blue, but he's playing it here.
I mean, you know what? You might hate something, but that don't mean that it ain't good.
Yeah. He's going to go for a Prey on the Weak, which is pretty nice. You get 4 doggies, and you multicast. Always nice. But both his heroes are dying, but it's gone very wide here, which is nice for Lifecoach. So a good start.
What happened to the sound effect on that? Didn't that used to have a really fun sound effect where the dogs come out?
I just heard it, yeah.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear
I
it.
just heard the summoning. I didn't hear the
I don't remember the barking.
The barking. Yeah, it was ferocious, in fact.
Tyler State Sensor played to prevent the Stonehall Elite. -1 mana is pretty nice.
Look at that. 2-dimensional portals in round 4. That feels good.
Another
Get that
dimensional
easy
portal here.
damage.
All right.
Going wide, baby.
Would you rather have copied a Prey on the Weak or a Dimensional Portal?
For the glory of Stonehall.
That's a good question. I think either one is really good, but
I guess Prey on the Weak does make more sense for late game.
yeah.
Once you get Ignites up, I mean, the synergy between Kana and Ogre is actually insane. You can make so many doggies. That's kind of the finisher, right? All right, looks like Tinker and Axe will face off in the first lane. Can Lifecoach take... I mean, 2 creeps spawning for DrHippi is a pretty big deal. Can get some nice blocks off into this lane that isn't looking too good. Because Sorla, I assume, will not be hitting the tower again.
Sorla doesn't hit towers.
Yeah.
So waiting on this decision here. The boys know where they want to go, and they're taking their sweet time as they can.
19 gold for DrHippi, very early.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And looking at his item deck, just to give you guys an idea.
Awful.
Yeah, he's not playing a gold deck, although he did get a ton of gold, which, you know, it's a bit unfortunate that perhaps he didn't have a vesture. That would have been amazing at turn 2.
Any of those big gold items, man. Anyway, so Sorla Khan here could be saved with a bunch of different options, but she still will not hit that tower no matter what.
She will not.
She does have a sleigh, so it could see a sleigh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, do we even have any big cards to be afraid of in this deck? I don't think so.
I guess that's kind of true.
So, I mean, get damage while you can, perhaps. Maybe waiting on that decision until all the mana is expelled by Lifecoach, and then we might potentially see a sleigh.
All right, sleigh. Not going to open it up for Sorla, but obviously Cheeseburger Man's pretty important to take out.
I mean, he's all right.
he snowballs out of control real fast. It's just like the diabetes problem in America, just getting worse and worse every year. But speaking of which, he's going to find the meal regardless here. So
you know,
Lifecoaches will be pretty happy about this.
That is pretty good. The diabetes problem spirals out of control every year. But do you think that one day... I have a theory about humanity and evolution.
Okay.
Animals evolve only to do things. The only reason we store fat is because the body thinks that we're going to exercise to move that fat. Do you think in maybe 50 years, the human body will just have no reason to store fat? And everyone will be skinny no matter what they eat because we don't exert ourselves?
Oh, I was going to say you should oath!
Oath! Oh my God!
I don't know how to answer your question because I don't understand it.
Okay. The oath! The devil has been contacted. Nevermore has put down the oath, and we're seeing some buku damage.
This is, we've talked about riskiness before. Obviously, this helps that you're taking it down to 2 HP, but this does open up the opportunity for Lifecoach to kind of put a couple heroes there and take it over himself.
Wow.
Without any resistance.
One early morning treat for our fat boy to get himself a creep there, and that oath. The question is always, will that oath bite him in the booty later, or will it do its job and he can abandon that lane and never return? We'll find out shortly. Now, a lot of people might put a bunch of heroes mid, and just to ensure, even with 2 HP, you ensure no spells are going to get cast in that lane.
I mean, what you're afraid of is gank.
Gank
from
is
another
scary,
lane.
Sure.
So I think I would expect one blue hero to go mid just to be able to cast Dimensional Portal. Because I feel like you can take this lane over again.
I feel like with that oath down, they've shown their hand. You might have a chance to hold on to that 2 forever. The only thing you have to, as you said, worry about is gank, but you do have a lot of spells, Dimensional Portals, Praise on the Weak, to block with a single card. And after you saw that Slay, I don't believe this guy has many Slays. He only has 2. You know 1 Slay's already out of the game.
Yep.
For me, I would actually maybe try to save that lane.
Slay can't be using that lane anyway, right?
That's right.
That's the whole point of Oath.
Aha! Forgot that. Special Tibbet.
Ooh. Oh, Routed.
Routed!
I want to see a Routed this game.
Don't.
It's not good here, though, for those wondering. And actually, this tower is just dead no matter what now. So the fact that he didn't place any heroes here means this creep will be getting lethal. So yeah. We can also see a... Oh, we don't have any Sword of Ladders as of yet, though. So Lifecoach is playing a little slow with the items.
That would be a great time to use that coup de grace on the Ogre Magi. Not only do you prevent blue spells from being played, you also open up for Sorla Khan. And it seems like the right play here, SunsFan.
Potentially.
What would you do?
That's a great question. Well, I guess you can Blink Dagger later and try to go for 80 in the mid lane, which is very tempting for me personally with Oath down. The question is, what will be discarded with Coup de Grace? And is March of the Machines just more important in another lane? So Blink Dagger on Tinker for now. March of the Machines in the last lane is pretty good.
Yep, not too bad.
I mean, it doesn't do anything necessarily this turn, but keeps the pressure on for later. And you need to get that second tower.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to just get out of this lane if you're DrHippi? Is this even worth defending anymore?
I think
3 heroes.
It's not too bad. I mean, you can deal with these red heroes. I mean, you still got a little bit of time before Time of Triumph. Berserker's Call is available here with the LC, so maybe that's your coup target, is to make sure that LC can't just insta-kill everybody, although you could just laser right now and take that out of the equation. So that's an interesting choice. I would have
healing up.
I would have definitely gone for the laser there. He could just Berserker's Call.
Oh, Berserker's Call is Doesn't feel great, though, because LC dies, Sorla lives. Although, in theory, dies to the Ogre Magi in the combat phase.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this tower is just going to die at some point in favor of Lifecoach. I would personally get out of here for Tinker and just focus on the last lane now. Because you have Cheeseburger Man eating another creep. You have Bristleback with Bronze Legionnaire, which continues to hit Kana over and over without any damage being applied to the Bronze Legionnaire itself. March of the Machines in the mid lane.
Interesting
Does this
choice.
mean that Tinker is blinking there? Very, very interesting. Now, the one thing to consider is March of the Machines in this last lane could, in theory, help out Kana, because you know he copied a Prey on the Weak. So that's a huge Prey on the Weak right away. So that could just be, you know... I mean, I'm not sure we play that mid, though. That is very interesting.
A very astute decision there, SUNSfan. Well, I guess he is going to get lethal without having to hit the tower.
That's true. I forgot to mention, of course, you don't know what's in their hand, right? You assume that Lifecoach has enough blockers to just prevent this lethal, so okay, that makes sense now that I think about it. Very good.
You ensure that that's gone. Lifecoach not going to play anything in that lane. He's going to get Bristleback out, which is very nice for him because he wants out of that lane.
Very nice for him.
And the big question is, will the battle happen for DrHippi in lane 3, or will he decide to go all in with that Oath? Now, let's not forget, can't play Disciple in that middle lane, so we would really be banking on getting yet another Oath.
Or ladders.
Or ladders.
Yeah, I mean, it's all predicated on what he actually draws right now.
Right.
No ladder. He has 2 ladders left in the deck right now.
And he does have 3 Oaths. So if he does draw another Oath right now, I would highly consider just going into that lane and just busting
Also
ass.
depends on if he has Blink Daggers again.
That's right.
So did not pick up any this time around. Obviously, Tinker does have it. But really, you want one on Sorla if you want to do something crazy like that, right?
Lucky gets a creep in that middle lane.
Real lucky. He got one creep.
I mean, but he also doesn't have enemy creeps spawning in that lane either. So that's just open up for business. He draws another Oath here, SUNSfan. I think he goes mid.
Really? Well, it's possible. Disciple and Duel. So not going to happen for him. Lifecoach in the meantime does have the Berserker's Call from earlier. Routed, just kind of stuck in the... I mean, we've talked about this before. Routed obviously works really well with Annihilation if you ever get it off, but we have yet to really see that. Another multicast on Prey on the Weak.
Woo!
Pretty dirty. And I think you just have to blink out of here.
You could hootie cootie before you leave, though.
Right, he's going to take out the Ogre Magi first, apply a little bit of pressure to the tower here. Duel can come out to trade lives.
You want to trade with the Tinker, don't you? I mean, make sure that he can't blink.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. That's true.
But, the 12 damage on that tower, that don't look very nice. It's not your biggest concern, though. That's got a lot of HP.
30 damage being done to this mid tower, so... of course, we know that no other cards can be played in that lane right now, so... Duel will be taken onto the Tinker to prevent a crazy 80 potential in the mid lane, which Lifecoach has to respect.
Sure.
Because he doesn't know what's in his hand. And this could, I mean, this is an 80 potential as well, because he keeps getting Prey on the Weaks. Like, that's, that is not good.
Yep, 80 potential on the other side. But with no blue hero, Kana's kind of still trapped in that last lane with no one really doing too much damage to
him. Yeah, but look at it. You got another Prey on the Weak in the last lane.
Yeah.
How many is that going to be, actually?
Looking pretty spicy.
Actually, he's going to kill a couple units with this Ignite, so maybe not as big as we had originally thought.
Well,
We.
I didn't say that. Don't lump me in with you.
Now, what are we considering here for DrHippi? He could get the coup off, but it doesn't really do anything. So just going to pass. Doesn't have initiative, but again, can't really cast anything in this lane anyway.
Woo! That's some damage right there.
I mean, this is, if he draws another Oath, this is 2-turn lethal, right? With just 1 creep in addition.
He could draw 2 more Oaths and just end the game
Prey
next
on
round.
the Weak, massive damage. Lifecoach just wishing he had mana to play the second one to find the lethal.
Yikes. Missing only 1 mana. No other ways.
He can't do much about these wide lanes. I mean, you have March of the Machines like we talked about. He had the choice of playing it here, but doesn't really stop the burst damage of Prey on the Weak.
Sure.
It takes care of it the next round. Just going to have to go for the duel here.
Yep, without Kana, don't have to worry about that. He's got 1 round off with no blue heroes that he has to worry about, and it's time for him to see if he can't close this one out. DrHippi really needs to get this Oath right here. I think he needs to end the game in this round in some way. He does have the ability to hit that first tower. They don't have too much going on there. Big risk putting in that Bristleback in that first lane. I think you have to respect that and put him in the second lane. Look at that creep draw, SunsFan.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is really nice.
But now blocking
Oh,
PA.
and no arrows. PA is blocked, though.
Yeah, and he could easily go for Berserker's Call at any point. It would probably suicide him. I would, maybe not.
But still, it's definitely the play.
Yeah, it would definitely suicide him as well.
No,
but
you do it no matter what. I mean, you just get rid of that black hero. The oath is turned off, and you don't have to worry about it. And he does draw the double oath. So we see the luck coming out, but then it doesn't, because Bristleback is ready to roll ski.
Nothing can
baby.
I wonder, what does double oath do here?
dare face me.
Do you double oath in this lane? I think you do.
I think you do.
You
have
just
no
win
more
the
mana
game.
anymore. This is, that's 16 damage.
Lifecoach
Don't
just
blink. Don't you dare blink.
Double oath, win
Double
the game.
oath and you win.
Double oath. Oh my God, what are you doing?
What?
One more.
Wait,
he still has an oath.
Yeah,
he can still play.
He
He
can
still
still do
wins.
it.
He still wins. Holy my heart.
Maybe he's fake. I don't know what he'd be faking out. There's 0 mana.
He can't
There's
do
nothing to be
anything.
done.
It's okay. One more oath and then you win the game. Don't do anything.
Amazing that this actually presented lethal after all that we were talking about. That's just 12 damage to the tower.
Yeah.
Sorla hits the tower. She gets hungrier. She calls for the oaths to be drawn. She knows it's coming.
Sorla hits the tower. She whispers to the devil, please. I'm ready. I found my purpose in life.
Oh, DrHippi.
DrHippi, do not blink out. Just get the lethal with the oath.
I mean, even if she blinks here, that's still going to be lethal either way, I think, right?
If DrHippi blinks out of this lane, eliminate him from the tournament. Just take him out. Let's just take him out.
Ooh. All right, there we go.
God, there it is.
All right, so he was just,
Boom,
I don't know what, maybe he realized it after the fact? I'm trying to think of like any line of thought that would make sense for that.
You always try to hold out for as long as you can. Who knows what he could have had.
With 0 mana?
With 0 mana, but you draw it out to the end, you see what happens.
Wow.
You wait till it's 100%. So he scared the hell out of us, but well
close.
done. Oh, double oath draw in the last.
It's about damn time, by the way.
God
we get to see
damn.
oath.
Whew.
Beautiful stuff. We're already in game 3.
Game 3, these guys want to go quick. What a lucky ducky double oath draw, man.
But not a good start here for the much acclaimed Bloodseeker. Been seeing a lot of this here lately. Obviously got buffed not too long ago with that 1 extra HP, but Bristleback doesn't really care about that. So this will be a kill.
You know, the long contested.
Ooh, and the arrow.
That's unfortunate.
This is an amazing start for Lifecoach. Did you just go for the track? Let's look at the rest of the lanes here. You might just have to go for the track.
Yep.
Not a good start for DrHippi, that is for sure. All right, just going to slay the creep.
Ouch. Man, these slays. I always feel so bad about using them early like that, but again,
that's probably the right play.
we know what's in the deck, right? We got no huge units to be scared of, so you can slap those down. You probably want to use them on an elite, but whatever.
I assume the track, I mean, you can track both Kana and LC. Do you like to go for those super greedy double tracks? Like on one hero?
No.
Where it's completely countered by the 3 gold TP? I mean...
No, I don't. That's not...
You track here, though, right? Okay, you don't.
Okay. Track is definitely something that you want to put down just whenever, because you never know when that kill's going to come.
Ooh, Horn of the Alpha with 5 gold.
Ooh.
Well, Kana doing her thing. 2 extra creeps spawn in that mid lane. Ogre, where will you go? Looks like the first lane is the choice. So mono black versus this red-blue control. Very excited to see this match. I personally would love to see Bloodseeker actually do well because I want him to be good. It's just I feel like his card really holds him back.
It is rough. But if
it's
he
basically a
keeps
4
losing,
mana, give 4 damage to creeps. That's what it feels like sometimes.
Sure. But if he is, keeps losing, then maybe he will be good someday because they'll have to keep buffing him.
I think they're done buffing him.
It's just done? Just
like,
game over for Bloodseeker?
We tried for you in Lion, but there's no fixing
There's
you guys.
no hope. Goodbye.
Quicken could not fix Lion. Who would have thought?
SunsFan, please control yourself there. 11 damage going to this tower. An incredible... We could see a Stone Hall lead as well. Or, a Dimensional Portal. What a nice draw.
I do believe you play that for the multicast possibilities. But then again, you have nothing to play here. So what do you value more? The possibility to copy How lucky do you feel if you're life coach?
You just put it down. I mean, it does
this is
a lot.
life coach.
Yes.
He's not going to play it.
That is true. But you just do a lot of damage to the tower, too. I mean, this is unobstructed damage. You make sure that it goes wide. Not really what you're looking for in this lane, actually. You want to try to make sure one of these black heroes goes in front of Bristleback and gets insta-killed.
That is not what you...
What?
You just want to go wide no matter what, I think.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so. By the way, we didn't mention this. Triple track now. Not ideal. Sometimes these bad boys get stuck in your hand. That's why I was talking about you have 2 in your hand, you might as well just use it. So yeah.
I think that does matter. I think you actually want to reduce the amount of heroes here so you can increase the chances that a black hero goes in front of Bristle. I like that move.
Okay. You can try it next qualifiers for WePlay if you'd like.
I'll do that. God, I'm going to do that, you know?
This hand, I mean, Iron Fog Goldmine is probably the right play here for DrHippi. This is all about gold creation. I mean, what does this have in it again? It has. This is the 3-horn, 3 vesture, so we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy items. If
Sweet Jesus.
he has the hand to create a lot of gold if he has a little bit to start with.
If it kills anything.
Needs a gank.
3 tracks and a
something.
payday. Holy Christ. This guy's ready to cash in real soon.
I mean, he could potentially payday here if he's...
Oh,
all right, track time.
Track.
Yeah, 100% is track time.
Hell
And
yeah.
all the response can be is a viscous nasal goo. Wow, what was that?
That's the noise that you get for gooing.
That sounds totally different. That is the wrong end that you're describing, my friend. 24 gold, so cannot buy the Horn of the Alpha. And unfortunately, we cannot see his shot, but I assume he's just going to save and go for a massive payday coming up shortly.
When's that getting fixed? When can we see their shop?
Yeah, I would like to see the second shop as well. That would be make it a little bit more interesting, or just flip-flop the spectating, I suppose.
Richard, if you're listening, can
Richard Garfield, please.
Richard, if you're listening, can we get 2 shops, please? We cannot cast without 2 shops, Mr. Garfield.
Please.
Please, Richard.
Richard, what have you done? Bloodseeker is going to the first lane potentially here. Sniper, the great river hero, as it were.
Check
we'll
this
have
out.
headshot available next turn.
Oh, the spread eagle right there. Both arrows pointing away from the hero. Yikes.
I like that. Can we call that from now on?
The spread eagle. The cheeks have been spread, and
this
that
is
boy is coming out.
This is another track. This is going to be a disgusting payday to come.
Oh, sweet mesquite. Track here, get an easy kill, go to the next lane. Get another kill potentially. Can we see the next lane, SUNSfan?
Absolutely, friend.
Thank you. We're not getting a kill yet.
We got zoom back in.
Yikes.
At any cost, doesn't do anything. Ignite onto another lane. It's probably the right choice. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't see he had a cloak. So he won't be getting the track
God,
kill
you
this time
pissed me
around.
off, SUNSfan. I don't ask for a lot. I just ask for you to be a decent analyst. And
Well,
still.
you asked too much. Ignite in the last lane does get the upkeep kill on Bounty Hunter, so that is probably going to be the choice. No Prey in the Week to actually take advantage of Ignite here, so I think that's definitely the play. Okay, I am incorrect. Life Coach does not value the upkeep
for
kill.
a lot, SUNSfan. I really don't. I just ask a little bit of analyst.
Just a little bit. A wee bit.
Just a wee bit of analytical prowess.
Prowess? I would like you to speak proper English at some point in your life so that I don't have to feel bad for you every day.
English isn't my first...
Ooh. All right. Pick off now. Woo. Okay, that's not enough. He gained 2 HP.
What is wrong with you?
Why can't you be an analyst?
What is wrong with you today? Somebody get this man some chicken.
You want to check his HP while he's dead? Does he gain HP?
Okay. Jeez.
You goddamn idiot.
English is not my first language.
That definitely sounds like the case.
You need to respect people with different cultures.
All right, he's going to go for the payday now, so it's going to be 58 big ones coming out.
Daddy don't
for
like
Dr.
that.
Hippie.
Daddy don't like that.
Blank. Oh, that's not the right shot.
Daddy.
Horn of the Alpha.
Horn.
Into double stone. Into Vesture.
Oh, whoa. Shopping
Vesture
spree.
Horn.
Woo.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question that is not meant to be analyzed because I know that's not your forte.
I'm really going to think.
Horn, Vesture, do you put it on the same hero?
Yes. 100% of the time.
100% of the time.
100%.
I don't know if that's true.
100%.
Not 100%.
No matter what, you do not want the chance to not be able to horn for 3 turns. If you can get that hero on every time and ensure that that horn is going to be used,
you ensure it.
You ensure it. No
I
matter
agree
what.
that most of the time I would do the same.
100%. I don't care if putting a horn in a different lane wins you the game. 100%.
Okay, that's a little too far, my friend. So a lot of pressure being applied to this mid tower, as we saw, because of Kana and Axe's presence. And this first lane is looking very scary for DrHippi. He has only 1 hero versus the 3 of Lifecoach.
3?
So this is potentially, well, who has the initiative? It is Lifecoach right now. Does have duel, so expect that to come out immediately.
Slap that duel on, save that life. No money, no hope, no problem.
Which means Vesture has to be used onto the PA, which obviously that does mitigate pretty much every single point of damage since it's mostly creeps at this point. Actually is passing. Okay.
What?
What?
What? Well, now you just slap the Vesture on the on that guy, blow the horn of the Alpha, and come right back. What the hell are you doing, Lifecoach? This is some kind of next level beat right here.
Possibly.
I'm at it.
DrHippi is thinking very hard about this.
DrHippi, considering if he wants to pick himself off in a fit of rage.
Well, he actually does use pick off, but on a creep this time. So it seems he is begging to die.
What is happening?
All right, he's just going to pass, and that is the death of Bloodseeker.
Am I stupid, or was that the weirdest thing that we've seen so far in this tournament?
So a duel here actually just almost wins the game. Not quite. Although Axe does die. It was a tad odd for sure. But Vesture will come. I don't know what to say about that.
What am I watching? What?
I'm trying to be positive here. You never know. There might be some next level stuff going on. I don't know.
I mean, maybe Lifecoach just at any cost himself right here. I literally don't.
Going for an annihilation play in that last lane.
I don't even think he has to. Let's check out the HP of those heroes. He might just have to play 1 at any cost.
That's true.
He literally just has to play 1. If he takes that headshot.
I want to see a coup into the loss of Horn. Oh, it's a coup. He does it again, though. He takes the risk.
DrHippi.
He's playing with fire.
When will you learn to put down the horn?
Well, he lost a coup, so that's acceptable.
The game
into the horn, so he's going to get lethal this turn.
The game is just trying to help him out.
It also means Vesture is definitely not going to be on the same target as Horn.
What in the world? All right, well, Tower, you know, what do I know?
33 gold, though, so another Horn will come. DrHippi feels it in his bones. He's had a conversation with Richard Garfield. He understands the odds. It's a Vesture, though.
Now, if he put down that Vesture on anyone...
Yes, they'd be back.
They'd be back. There's only 7 HP in that first lane.
I understand. He could be going for 80 in this last lane. Actually looking pretty scary. What does he have in terms of the 80 potential, though? Coordinated assault, not particularly great at that. It's okay. Doesn't really have anything. No disciples, no oaths, obviously, in a deck like this. This is the gold creation, of course.
I am literally terrified that we missed something so huge because nothing. I'm so stupid, maybe.
Well, that goes without saying.
All right. So do you spring the trap? You probably just Stonehall Elite, right? Nice, easy unit to clear that up. Save the duel, save the spring.
You might need to spring the last lane just to... I mean, you're not scared about the 80 this turn because you know what's in his deck, but it
couple blocks
could block a lot of damage.
Sure. Yeah. What do you do here, though? You don't want to commit duel, right? So you just Stonehall Elite to get that lethal here?
Yeah, I think you... I mean, maybe just spring and just leave this at 1 HP. I don't know. This is a tough choice for Lifecoach. I could see him burning the duel as well, but that does seem pretty risky. He knows he has Vestures, by the way. Like, he knows for a fact that these are just sitting in his hand.
I mean, he has to take
to be played.
This round, yeah.
All right, so you're right. It will be the Stonehall Elite, so I'll save the spring the trap for another time.
Man, what a disaster.
So,
if he just got
do you think Vesture will be played here, Slacks?
Yeah, I think so.
Will it be played here?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to see it.
If he played that Vesture, that tower would still be alive this round.
Do you... I mean, there's no point in chain frosting because these aren't doing any damage.
No.
And you're not worried about dying.
However, they could have cleaned it up. so that that Chain Frost did a lot more damage, or something else did more damage. But he only has one Chain Frost, so you can't think of something like that. Headshot
Good to us dead.
may be used here. Will
So that's
Sniper assassinate himself and move himself to a different lane?
That is not the dumbest thing.
He has a town portal scroll. He could get Bounty Hunter out of here. No, I
He
mean,
could just TP himself as well. No, you're right.
No, he
you
can move-
TP out Bounty and
then
you kill yourself.
Kill yourself with the Vesture of the Tyrant, move on to a different lane.
I actually like that a lot. He's going to try to go for the 80, though, which, again, we talked about. Not the greatest deck for it, but
Leave this to me.
he's going to headshot the creep. He's definitely trying to go for 80 now.
All right.
So it is a 2-turn lethal in theory. It does have another horn coming, right?
Yep.
So DrHippi on the verge of beating Lifecoach. This is game 3 of a best of 3. Annihilation is available, though. And in order to survive through an assassination, it needs to be Kana going to that lane.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's 13 HP. That's a big ogre. Jesus. That's a big boy.
We do have Annihilation ready to go. But
A lot of heroes in the first lane.
if he does, I don't think he'll ever make it there. He does have Assassinate and Pick Off SunsFan, so he can get rid of that 10 HP in one lane,
Yeah,
and then he
true.
can pop off the other one, and then he just wins the game. So
That is very true, actually.
I think it's
You
over.
actually said something that's true.
Thank you, SunsFan.
You have said something very true. Time of Triumph is huge on 4 heroes, and you can blink Kana. That's the one thing to consider. So
That's-
blink is available.
Time of Triumph there. He's got to blink to that last lane, or he just loses the game here.
I mean, he's not thinking he's going for 80 here.
No, but Kana, just play it safe. Go to that last lane, or else it is over.
Yeah, this last lane, I think, is definitely the choice. I mean, even with that, though, yeah, if you're going to have two blue heroes, you're going to have to annihilate. Problem is, I don't know how you kill Lich without annihilation. And even if you do, he has Vesture. So how do you kill this guy?
I don't think you do. I think the game's over.
It's quite possibly. I mean, if you have a Time of Triumph hero in front of Lich, but that's not happening anytime soon. Here's the assassination, the play that you're talking about. Going to be followed up by a pick-off in the following lane. This also indicates that, I mean, he's going to be moving to this lane.
Now
anyway,
he knows. I mean, he has to know that the...
Right? But he would have done this anyway, I think.
Yeah.
There's no point in being in this lane. This is just like the Time of Triumph with my buddies lane. Although you're not really accomplishing a whole lot. Might have made more sense to just put them in mid to Time of Triumph, actually. Because then you're actually doing damage to the tower. Very interesting plays. So, as expected, Kana will go to the last lane. And we'll see how much damage can be done once Ogre is dead. Because I think he was 13 off lethal with 1 Vesture. Which, again, there will be 1 Vesture after the death of Ogre. But with a Horn of the Alpha on top of that, it just has to annihilate either way.
Absolutely. Gotta annihilate.
Do you want to even use Horn?
Do you want to use Horn?
Because you're going to get annihilated.
No.
But you have to force a lethal before he annihilates, in theory. I don't know.
In theory, but I mean, I think you actually hold on to that Horn. You have nothing to worry about, and you know that he has to use it.
Pick off. Let me cast it for you.
Does he even cast Pick Off anymore? He knows he's going to annihilate, right? He has to. So why cast it? Save it.
Well, I mean, without...
This will be fun.
That's an interesting choice. All right, he's going to go for the Chain Frost, so he will gain initiative.
Yeah. Oh, he can Chain Frost,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
Chain
not
Frost
going to do
doesn't
enough.
do anything to Kana.
Yeah.
I stand
If he had
adversaries.
a pick-off into... No, he wouldn't have enough mana to actually
Blood
do all
Rage
that.
still silences.
That's true. If he was able to gain initiative after a pick-off and then silence Kana, that would be
Game winning.
a game-winning Blood Rage, which is not something you hear every day.
Yeah. We do have a silence, so could technically pick off them Blood Rage,
Oh,
but
all
no.
right. He's just going to TP out. He's going to let the Kana just sit here, and she's going to produce creeps.
Yep.
Now the Annihilation feels... I mean, it actually is kind of the same result,
I
right?
think you kill yourself anyway. You don't want to be stuck in this lane. That's a quick game
Well, it's
over.
still 27 damage to the tower. Yeah,
Yep.
you're still annihilating here, I do believe.
That's a quick game over. You want these 2 blue heroes out of here, and you can redeploy him if he has to put somebody down in that lane, but woo.
Mono black. Who would have thought? All right, just going to go for the at any cost. means that this tower could potentially be pressured in a couple turns with Kana and the creeps to come.
Do you really want to do that, though? Because now your creeps are coming to this lane. They're not useful.
They block the...
Block? I mean, a little bit of damage, sure.
I mean, you don't have much choice. You don't. Your Blink Dagger's off cooldown, or on cooldown, I should say.
Could have killed herself, man.
My victory draws closer.
I think the game might be over if you annihilate yourself, though.
Yeah, you think?
Perhaps.
Okay.
It's a tough call.
So
Many things to think about with this Vesture.
The big question is, will the damage come out for our boy Lifecoach in that lane 1? I don't see him having any way to break through lane 2, especially with Sniper going in there. All of that damage.
Look at this.
Woo.
So Sniper going to the second lane with his Vesture and Horn, trying to go for some sort of lethal. And in the meantime, he does have initiative, so Vesture will be played onto the PA.
Oh my god, if he had another time of
Berserker's
triumph.
Call.
Another time of triumph here would do wonders for this guy right now, but it wouldn't be enough, I don't believe.
I mean, even with Vesture, you can Berserker's Call into Bronze Legionnaire, although Bronze won't do much here.
Yeah.
You can try to go for... Yeah, this is tough. I mean, do you have lethal here in this lane? You have coordinated... I mean, you have Chain Frost to clean up all these creeps. You have...
I believe so.
Obviously, the Horn of the Alpha.
I believe so. I haven't done the math, but many creeps will die.
Oh, so he's not going for the Chain Frost. We'll just be picking off.
Doesn't put the Vesture on again on that PA.
I mean, you have time to go for... I don't know what the damage actually is going to be, but Bronze Legionnaire in front of PA first, and then dueling, potentially.
Yeah.
But he's going to go for the duel right away, though. So this opens up 10 more damage to the tower.
Why doesn't he put the Vesture on him before he knows they're going to die?
I'm not sure why you don't put Vesture there, honestly.
But
I'm not really sure.
This guy knows more than we do. I'll say that he knows something. So, yeah, we don't have enough damage here, really. You can spring the trap. That's not going to do anything. You can
spring the trap maybe in the mid lane just to try to mitigate as much damage as possible.
That sounds like the plan. I think you do that and then blink over a hero, too.
Yeah, you do have one Blink Dagger to spare.
Yep.
And unfortunately, none of them are blue.
That sucks, but... Yeah, you spring the trap, you blink over X, and you hope that he can mitigate some of that damage from somewhere, I believe. Maybe you even put it on the bristleback over there, and then he'd be able to...
He's going for the 2-turn lethal here. This might be the only way to actually win. He's saying, hey, I don't believe that you have lethal here. I know you have Horn, but you don't have like a deck that just does face damage. You don't have a Sorrel, you have no Ladders, you have no Oath, you have no Disciples.
And he does have to play Chain Frost.
And you're stuck in this lane with 2 heroes that have Vesture, right? But there is a Blink Dagger.
There is a Blink, but he knows that if he has to play Chain Frost, I mean, that's only 2 more mana. So he can't really do anything except for draw that Horn.
I think he's just going to drop Horn, and this could present a 2-turn lethal for this lane as well.
That's interesting.
You might want to... Might be the right play to blink a Vesture target, which is Sniper in this case, to the first lane, and then Chain Frost. So you gain initiative, you definitely deal enough damage to get the kill over 2 turns, and you have a Vesture target in the first lane.
But then he has to make it here by the second turn, and there's so much damage coming out in that first lane, and then we have
Sniper,
another hero.
You're going to have 2 Vestures in the first lane.
That is true.
That's going to be pretty hard to... Assuming he blinks left.
They do have Berserker's Call, though. So, I mean... That's some significant... I mean, if
that's true.
That's not good. If he goes in that first lane, he is literally stuck.
This is the only way he can win. Like, both players are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place in terms of trying to actually find a win condition. Lifecoach goes for the riskier play. It pays off because there was no lethal in mid, which is huge.
Oh, man, this is
Blink
pretty
Dagger,
hype.
Do you just reapply Blink?
And go for the blue?
And just go first lane.
I think that's a good idea, but...
He doesn't have initiative already.
Oh, there we go. Reapplying the blink, potentially heading over to that first lane.
I think so. So this is going to be a 5-man stomp in this first lane. It's only going to be versus 3 heroes with 2 Vestures, I believe. Or is it 3?
Can we look over at that first lane again? Was that the play?
I mean, this is literally the game.
Yeah.
The game is going to be ended this turn, almost certainly.
Will he survive round 1?
Double Vesture. It really depends on the positioning of this this second hero.
Those 2 creeps screwed him. If those 2 creeps didn't show up,
it definitely doesn't help.
We could have got a call easily from one of those red heroes
So
that would have knocked out
Lifecoach,
everybody.
as per norm, is playing it a little bit safer if he puts Ogre in the mid lane. He's like, if I don't somehow get lethal in this first lane, I can just annihilate mid.
Yeah. Okay.
And DrHippi is actually going for the even. This is very interesting.
That's-
Bloodseeker in the third lane.
Huh.
All right, let's see how this progresses here. Now, this is the unfortunate thing.
They're
You
dead.
put Vesture on bounty, and you just get called and you die.
Yeah.
So that's just game.
I mean, I think we're done.
That's just game.
Yep. Really needed to have all of the...
Needed to have a hero here.
Needed to have that
potentially.
hero there.
Yeah.
Dead. It's
This
over.
is GG. So Lifecoach survives through mono black.
Doesn't sound like the hardest thing in the world to do, but it was actually quite a game.
Wait, he doesn't even have. This is the ancient, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Berserker's Call. Don't worry, this thing's done unless Lifecoach is getting real crazy.
He's doing some extra calculations for next game, which
Tick-tock.
doesn't exist, but just in his mind it does. Going for the duel.
Well, no, that makes sense because I mean,
Okay.
Bounty Hunter does. He's got enough health to survive. And as we said, you always wait until that final moment. You want to make sure that you got everything you need to make sure. So we do have lethal with Berserker's Call.
I'll trust his math here. Maybe
Yeah.
a Berserker's Call kills Bristleback. I'm not sure.
Blood Rage on. I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah, it's the only hero you can do it on. So you can go for a. He doesn't have another duel, so
No, he just calls and
yeah,
wins the
another
game.
call.
He could have won the game last time, but
He's going for that call instead.
what a dick.
What am I missing that he doesn't just call here? Is he actually doesn't die? All right, I don't understand. Either way, it's a blue button.
There you go.
Well done, Lifecoach.
Wow.
You have done it.
Lifecoach.
I was right for once.
That's
Lifecoach wins the series.
You were right.
He kind of is mimicking his first run in the WePlay Strength Tournament where he lost straight up horribly and then came back and made top 16.